Hey everybody, what's up? My name's Mackenzie.
And I'm Jonathan.
We are husband and wife, and we'd like to welcome you to TerreDice, where we love to play board games and talk about them.
That's right, and today we're going to be talking about Lord of the Rings, Fate of the Fellowship. This is a brand new pandemic system game with a whole lot of stuff going on in it.
Mm-hmm. So if you love Lord of the Rings and you love to take on an awesome cooperative game, then just keep watching.
Awesome. Well, we are here today with Lord of the Rings, Fate of the Fellowship. I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan, hence one of many Lego sets that I managed to pull over behind us. We have Helm's Deep over there. It's my pride and joy.
I think we have way more Lord of the Ring Legos than we do like board game Lord of the Rings. But this is helping even that out.
We are entering an era of Lord of the Rings games. We got Hobbit, we got There and Back Again coming. Oh man, so much good stuff. Anyway.
I married into a Lord of the Rings. I'd never seen Lord of the Rings. Full stop. I've never seen Lord of the Rings until I met Jonathan. Yeah. So that's where we're going from this. And I think Jonathan came out of the womb seeing Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Well, anyway, so Lord of the Rings, and that's true actually. I did watch, my dad loved the animated Lord of the Rings movies, which came out in the 70s or 80s, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I grew up on that. We have Lord of the Rings, Fate of the Fellowship here. Now, it's a pandemic system game, so what does that actually mean? Well, y'all might remember that game Pandemic, where basically we each get 4 actions, we run around the board doing some stuff and things, and we're trying to eradicate diseases, and if we can eradicate all the diseases before they spread too far, we can win the game. This is sort of like that, except we have one mega disease, and that is the Shadow Troops, the troops of Mordor, the South-Run, all these terrible, people who are going to be coming from everywhere. And then we have 4 friendly troop people. So you have the people of Gondor, the people of Rohan, the people of the dwarves of Erebor and stuff. And then you have the elves. So yeah, we've got 4 different people that we're basically going to be trying to get more of to bring with us to accomplish missions. Sweet. Okay, so in front of us we have the glorious board. Man, there's a whole lot going on here, but it's pretty simple. Basically, you have these paths that you'll see arrows coming along. That is generally the direction that the troops will march. So there will be events that will happen, which will either march troops. That's when you have a flag up here. It means people are going from Isengard to Rivendell. They'll follow that green arrow there. Or you might have cards with a banner at the bottom. That means we're generally going to be getting more troops, and there'll be some events going on. The goal of the game is really that we have to complete a bunch of objectives, ending always with destroying the one ring. So the way that we do that is basically Frodo and Sam here are going to need to make their way all the way into Mordor, and they're going to have to chuck those ring cards into Mordor to defeat the people of Middle-earth. So that's basically what we're trying... defeat the people of Middle-earth, of Bad-earth, of Mordor.
Save the people of Middle-earth.
Yeah, save the people of Middle-earth. That's basically what we're trying to do. But what's kind of cool is we have these, event cards over here where basically, this one is Challenge Sauron. So this is, the Black Gate. We have to show up at North Ilion with people from, all the people. So we got to get Rohan, elves, and Gondor. We don't have to get dwarves for that one. But then there's other ones like Saruman, your staff is broken. We need to clear out the shadow troops from Rohan, and we need to turn Isengard into a haven. So what that means is Isengard is a big bad place that we need to basically clear of people and then capture and turn it into a good place. Now we want havens because havens are what's going to protect us when those nasty little Nazgul come for us, because these scary Nazgul are going to be swooping down on Frodo and Sam, and they can cause us to lose hope. So we have this hope track on the side that basically when we get to 0, that's how we lose. We got to stay above it by beacons of hope, whether it's capturing places like Isengard and turning them into havens or otherwise. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So the action system is very interesting. We still get 4 actions per person. However, we each control 2 characters. So for instance, suggested starting characters, I would have Frodo and Sam and Legolas. So Frodo and Sam are 1 character. And basically, every turn, I'm going to choose 1 character to do 3 actions with, and I'm going to choose another character to do 1 action with. And I will do that every turn. So I might just do 1 action with Frodo and Sam and slowly move them, especially when they're bogged down by Nazgul. And then I will otherwise do all the other actions with the other character. And what you're trying to do is, gather up the troops, do your fellowship stuff, run around, and complete those goals. Now I showed the kind of 4 starter goals that they have you on, but there's actually like a good 20 of these where it's all things from the story. So it's like free Theoden's mind, shield maiden no longer with Eowyn. So you have like all these really cool ones. I think probably my favorite one is if you have Faramir, you can actually like go to take back Osgiliath as like one of the missions. So they're like really cool little like story points, always ending with destroying the ring in Mordor. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, to destroy the ring, there's like a dice check that you got to do, and you get to use this really freaking awesome dice tray. So it is the Barad-dûr, the Tower of Sauron himself. Pretty cool stuff.
Was it complicated to make?
A little bit, yeah. It was. It's basically like 4 layers of cardboard folded in over itself, and then this pretty complex bottom. Honestly, it was pretty fun to make, and they put a pretty good insert in the box for it. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
So I think the big thing you're going to see with this game is that 20 card deck of the replayability, and it's always going to end with them throwing the rings in. What I think is important to say about this game is it's hard.
yes, it is.
It is deceivingly, you think like, you're like, okay, it's like an IP game, but yet like probably pretty simple. No, it is hard.
It's very good.
It is very hard to beat this game. How do you feel like it's scaling up? Do you feel like, so we started out with base mode. You had some, I'll say my thoughts, but if you want to say them first about
played it 3 times, lost it 3 times. However, one of those times we were tossing the ring into Mordor and then lost at that point. It's a game that, honestly, you know, if I were to critique something right off the bat, it could use some more guidance. Like, I feel like there needs to be a guide card that says, first time playing Frodo and Sam, here's what you should focus on. Because, like, I played it with someone who had played it before, like, 3 times, and they were like, oh, just so you know, this is going to be really hard, so make sure you're getting ring cards early, make sure you're getting fellowship cards early. Because like Sam has his fellowship that can prevent you from losing hope when Frodo's going to lose hope. Very thematic, lots of really cool stuff. But I wish we had like a guide, because there's definitely a meta and you got to learn it to do well.
Well, I would say my advice with this game, again, I'm not an expert, but my advice is we would all spend like, everybody would focus on completing. You can except for the rings, you can complete the tasks in any order. So I think everyone people focusing on all like a little bit of each of the tasks and like thinking ahead, because we were like, let's complete this task. Okay, now let's complete this task. We did do that, yeah. Instead of like trying to solving multiple ones at once. It's kind of like Horrified in that sense, like you're trying to solve multiple puzzles. So it is difficult, but one of the wonderful things about this game is that while it's based on the pandemic system, it doesn't seem like a pandemic reskin. Like in the sense, it does. Don't you feel like it feels like it's really own?
Yeah, thing. It has some like there were some derivatives of Pandemic, like Pandemic Fall of Rome. Really cool game. There's obviously the marching comes from that if you're familiar with it. So there's pieces that kind of like come from other systems, but it's certainly like. It basically was like, hey, what if we made like a harder, more interesting thematic game off of that system? And yeah, it's like you can still trade cards in the same location and stuff like that. But yeah, I think it's really cool. They've done a lot of good stuff with it.
So where this game is really shining through, it's really great gameplay. It is hard. But where this game is shining through is through the theme. It is a love story. I think they've even said that like a love song and love whatever heartfelt letter to fans of Lord of the Rings. Every inch of this game is like so beautifully done. Even in the order of like, I don't know if you talked about this, the order of like cards coming out. Each of the cards have like a number to like decide like their order. Do you want to talk about that? And instead of being like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like they have each number is pulled from the book.
Yeah, and these might be used for other purposes too. Like I didn't check solo mode or anything like that, but it's at least used for initiative. For like who's going to be first player at the start of the game. But like 144, the number of guests invited to Bilbo's birthday party. 33, Frodo's age at Bilbo's birthday party. That's funny, they're both birthday parties. But there's all these fun things. The ring from Mordor suit is one ring to rule them all. So lots of really cool, just fun facts. They also have event cards, which are really cool. So like Gwahir, I believe is the Eagle King's name. Please tell me if I'm wrong. But basically, like, he can rescue you and like teleport you several spaces away. So there's very cool like cards that are very thematic. They clearly were big Lord of the Rings buffs.
Yes, very much so, and from the books too, like definitely, and like
Oh,
all
yeah,
of the
Tom Bombadil.
artwork too. The artwork is definitely pulled from like book descriptions, I would say, more over like the movie, which is just really fun. Now, what I would say is, and this is where Jonathan and I might differ in opinions. Because it is such a big Lord of the Rings, like dripping in theme and the thematics, I think you do have to be a Lord of the Rings fan to get the fullness and like to enjoy this game to its fullness. Do you think?
Maybe to enjoy I'm such a Lord of the Rings fan that it's hard for me to see through that, but like I'm definitely getting more out of it than you are, but I would hope that the average person could still just enjoy this game for like what it is. Would it be your first choice? Maybe not, especially because you kind of almost have an edge when you get, oh yeah, we're headed to the Black Gate, we're headed to destroy the ring. I generally know where this is going. Like the things that you would do that are in character, like makes sense.
I would say like those you got more joy out of than I did.
Yeah.
Of like different things.
And more strategy. Like I feel like I knew what to do more because I knew what my character was supposed to do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like I know Lord of the Rings and I have been well versed in Lord of the Rings, but I'm not a diehard fan like you are. But I can't deny that it is a great gameplay. I did enjoy it, and it was fun seeing how much you enjoyed it.
How nice.
And seeing the other people, because we also play with a lot of other Lord of the Rings fans who also are very excited about everything. Yeah. Anything else you want to say about it?
No, that's Fate of the Fellowship. Honestly, heck of a cool game. People are going to ask, how does this compare to War of the Ring? Obviously a much shorter game. This was like hour and a half, maybe pushing two, depending on your game group. I've had it be all in that range. And also, it's just a different cooperative experience. That's more head-to-head. This is really focused on the Fellowship, and you are the Fellowship, and you have to work together as the Fellowship. So definitely a different game.
There is something I'd like to add. That you were saying that one of your friends was playing this with you, Dan, if you're watching, and he said it was one of the best cooperative games he's ever played.
Yeah, he said it was the most fun he'd ever had in a co-op.
Did he elaborate on that?
He also has never seen Lord of the Rings, I believe. Like, he said he was really unfamiliar with the theme.
Okay.
He had the two brutes. He had Aragorn he had Boromir and Gimli. So just the two warriors. He just said it was a heck of a lot of fun. He liked this tense tension. We had several rolls where all the Nazguls were floating around Frodo, and like we just rolled blanks and we're like, whew! So it was a lot of like scary moments that panned out well. I don't know, it's just fun. The missions give us a lot of interesting stuff to go after. That was the part he said was really interesting. He couldn't believe that he had a stack this big of like, next time maybe we're going to play with Bring Light to Mirkwood, or we're going to play with Boromir Reclaims His Honor, where he has to remove shadow troops from his location, and then you remove Boromir's figure from the board and he may no longer do actions. So like literally your Boromir character dies after you like fight off some orcs. Pretty darn cool. So I like that a lot.
But that is a Fate of the Fellowship. Thank you guys so much for watching. We did buy this game with our own money, so all of our reviews are super honest and truthful. But we did pick this one up at Gen Con. It was a surprise pickup for us because we didn't know it was going to be available. So this game is slowly starting to become more widespread available. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you like these type of reviews, if you like thematic takes on different types of board games, make sure to like and subscribe. Every subscription really helps us and helps us know that you like what we're putting out. But thank you guys, and we'll see you next time.
Happy playing.